So with the Jets hiring Brian Duker, it seems like Wink Martindale is not going to work out for us, which is fine. It seems like Aaron Glenn's going to be the one calling the plays anyway. So, adding a young guy who's just going to be a nice voice in the room for Aaron Glenn is fine. I personally wanted Aaron Glenn to take over the role as defensive coordinator anyway. You know, I, you see like Sean McVay take over the offense or Kyle Shanahan. I think D'Amico Ryan's calls plays over there in Houston. Like, look, I know you're not some kind of guru, but like the defensive side of the ball. You're a former cornerback. You're a Pro Bowler. You did great in Detroit. Like, come on, man. Like, bring your prowess here. I know you wanted to be a CEO, but I think it's better off for everyone if Aaron Glenn's the one calling the shots on defense. Secondly, I know Frank Reich is still rumored for the Jets. I think they're going to pick him up. I think the reason they haven't done it yet is the Rooney Rule. They need to satisfy the Rooney Rule by interviewing two offensive coordinator candidates of color. Obviously it's going to go to Frank Reich, so it doesn't matter at the end of the day. So I'm not sure exactly how they're going to fulfill that if the people already know, like, I'm not going to get this job, so what's the point of me interviewing? That's something I've been thinking about a lot today. Is if you were to approach me and ask me like, hey, would you interview for a position that you have no shot for? I would ask like, why? Like, why would I waste my time? You know, maybe it's to get in good later on. Like, it could be a beneficial thing to not burn any bridges early. But I don't know. I think I'd feel a little weird about that. But the sooner they can get this done with Frank Reich, the better. I want these players to get the playbook immediately. I want the media to stop talking about the Jets, to be honest with you. Like, this is about to be like Pro Bowl week, and like no one's talking about anything but the Jets. And then we put it on ourselves by like firing 9 people on Friday and then firing the offensive coordinator yesterday and then hiring a defensive coordinator today. Like, we keep ending up in the news, but you know long story short, I just want us to be in the background while we continue to build out what I think can be a very competent football team behind who I think can be a very competent coach. I'm still an Aaron Glenn believer. I'm not letting go of the rope. I don't know why any Jets fan would want to be doomsday about their own team, like just so you can feel right. Like wishing that your coach fails is just the silliest thing in the world. Like, why would you want to waste another year of your life rooting for bad football? I made this channel because I feel like there needs to be more positivity within this community. And I certainly feel like I can bring that. I think the Jets are a quarterback away from averaging, 24 points a game, which, 24 points a game can get you 8 or 9 wins. Those are the win totals you guys are looking for, right? That's what we're all looking for. It's just competency. If the New York Jets can get, and I think they will now, if you're getting a Frank Reich, I think you're looking for a veteran quarterback to really hold the fort down. But you get a Frank Reich, you get a Kyler Murray, you pay a Romeo Dobbs in free agency, and this is just offense I'm talking about right now, but you pay Romeo Dobbs who has like a 60% catch percentage. Like, he catches 60% of his targets. He had over 700 yards this season. He's a big wide receiver. He's at 6'2", like 210. We get him in free agency. We get Frank Reich at OC, Kyler Murray via trade. Like, we're cooking as an organization. Like, we're looking really good. So if we're going to go to the defensive side now, and Alex Anzalone in free agency, that would be incredible for the Jets. And then you draft someone like an Arvell Reese and a Sonny Styles, or an Arvell Reese and a Caleb Downs. Those are just the first 2 picks. And then, at 33, you take one of the 10 receivers on the board, fine. And then at 44, I mean, personally, I would take a Garrett Nussmeier if you don't get Kyler Murray, right? If you trade for Mac Jones, or you trade for like a Jacoby Brissett or something, you draft a Garrett Nussmeier. Like that is who should be, waiting in the wings. And if that doesn't work out, fine. Like 3 first round picks in 2027, we can really control that draft and get whatever quarterback we want. I don't want to make too long of a video. I would love to know what you guys think down below. If you like this style of content, please like and subscribe. Until then, I'll see you next time.